Good evening, everyone. Welcome to MBA Guru. So today we are going to have a revision session for geometry and mensuration for CMAT. Okay, so CMAT quant consists of all the sections. You have questions from number system, arithmetic, algebra, geometry, modern math, everything, right? So geometry is also important thing to cover, and this is something which sometimes some students skip. So this is going to be a revision session that will cover all aspects of geometry, uh, coordinate geometry, circles, triangles, trigonometry, okay, and also uh, all these things will be covered in this session. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for great content on MBA preparation. So, in case you are preparing for CMAT and are looking for mock test or are done with other institutes mocks or last के एक week में और mocks देना चाहते हो, then you can opt for our mocks which are available for just 300 rupees. In this you get 10 mock tests for CMAT based on the latest pattern. Right, all sections in the right balance with a variety of questions. Okay, so the link is given in the description of this video. You can enroll in the same. So let's begin with the first question. Find the radius of a circle inscribed in a rhombus whose diagonals are 32 centimeter and 48 centimeter. So let's look at this question. It says that you have to make a rhombus. I mean, you can visualize also, but like if it is difficult to visualize, we can draw a rhombus like this. Okay, all sides are equal and we have a circle inside it. Okay, so the property of rhombus is that the diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other. Okay, so that is the property of rhombus. Okay, so we shall make this thing. So diagonals are 32 and 48. So half color 16 and 24. Okay, this, let us say this part is 16 and this part is 24. Okay, so we need to find the radius of this circle. So like if this is the circle, this is going to be the radius r. Let us find this diagonal also. Okay, why we are finding this diagonal is sorry, the side of the rhombus. And so 16 and 24 are these. So this is going to be under root 16 square plus 24 square. 16 square is 256, 24 square is 576. So we'll get 830, or you can say that like we can further divide it like root 832. Now if you see the options consist of root 13. So try to divide it by 13 and see what could be the possible values. ठीक है, options देख लेते हैं. root 13 something कह रहा है. So 832 if you divide by 13, 13 6 are 78, 5 remains, 52 is 4 times. So 64 into 13, basically 8 root 13. Okay, so this side length is 8 root 13, right? Now if you look at this triangle, जो हम सर्कल का रेडियस निकाल रहे हैं, if you look at that triangle, we are saying that this is the radius. We are saying that this is the radius. Okay. Now if you look at the area of this triangle, it can be like this will be perpendicular to this. So half 16 into 24, that will be the area. That is equal to half r into 8 root 13, because equating the area in both the cases. Okay, so we will equate this area. Now what do we get? So half gets cancelled. So r will be 16 into 24 by 8 root 13. So we will get to 48 by root 13. So that will be the radius of the circle. Okay. In the following figure, AB is the diameter of a circle whose center is O. O is the center, AB is the diameter. If AOE is 150 degree, okay, you need to find measure of angle CBE. So in the following figure, AB is the diameter, okay, and AOE is given as 150 and DAO is given as 51. We need to find angle CB. This angle we need to find out. So basically you'll have to find, see, whenever you are given a figure in geometry and you need to find the angles, try to think in the reverse direction. And how can you find the other angles of this figure? So the center is O. Okay. So what do we get from this? And AB is the diameter. So how do we find this angle? Think of this, that how can we find this angle EBC? EBC के लिए हमें क्या चाहिए होगा? Either we need this angle and this angle. Okay, so let's think in the reverse direction. Can we find this angle and this angle? For this angle, we will need, like, if you have to find this angle, we will need this angle and this angle. Okay, two angles are needed. Okay, this is already given. So if we find this angle, we will find this angle also. But for this angle, how do we find it? We will have to find this angle as well as this angle. So too many angles involved, right? Instead of this, if we know this angle, then we can find this angle. Like if you know angle EBO, ये angle पता है, so we can find this angle because we will subtract from 180. Okay. Now we need to find this particular angle. So how do we go about finding the angle? So see this thing. This angle. Now if you look at this quadrilateral, this is a cyclic quadrilateral. Isn't it a cyclic quadrilateral? So if this is 51, this complete angle is going to be 129, right? DEB is going to be 129 because opposite angles add to 180 degree. ठीक है, तो ये 129 हो गया. ठीक है, now we know this angle, so these two should add to 180, right? These two should add to 180, so for that we will need this angle also. Okay, So how do we get this angle is, so if you look at this particular angle, anyway we will not need this actually, we will see this angle, ये देखना है. So this angle is 210 and this angle is at, like angle at center is twice the angle here, isn't it? Angle at this center is twice the angle here, so this angle will be 105. Now this is a cyclic quadrilateral, four angles add to 180 degrees, so 75 will be this angle, 105 and 75. Now ये 75 आ गया, so this means this angle is going to be 105 degrees. Okay, so this is 105 degrees. The largest angle of a pentagon is 216 degree. One of the angles is a right angle and the ratio of the other three angles is 3:4:6. Find the difference between the two smallest angles. So the largest angle is given and one of the angles is right angle. Ratio of the other three angles is given. We need to find the difference between the largest and the smallest angle. So largest angle is already given. You need to find the smallest angle based on this information. So what is a pentagon? Pentagon has five sides and sum of sides is n minus 2 into 180 degree. So sum of sides is 3 into 180 which is 540 degrees. Okay. Now one angle is 216, one of the angles is right angle. So angles of 216 plus 90 plus 3:4:6. 3x, 4x and 6x. That is equal to 540. So 13x will be equal to, this is 306 plus 234. So x is 18. Yeah. X is 18. So what are the angles? These angles will be 54, 72. Basically you have to find the smallest between the two smallest. So 54 is the smallest, second smallest is 72. The difference is 18 degrees. Okay, that will be the answer. The point which divides the line segment of points P minus 1 comma 7 and 4 comma minus 3 in the ratio 2:3 is. So this is a question based on segment theorem. ठीक है, कोऑर्डिनेट से भी क्वेश्चन आ सकते हैं, so don't be surprised if you get a question on coordinate geometry. Okay, so CMAT, that's why I always say that having conceptual clarity in the three sections is more important than focusing on GK. Like, of course, you should practice GK, but GK, like even if like some random things come up, you won't be able to answer. But in other parts, at least, like अगर आपको आता है सब कुछ, so you can surely attempt the questions. You can get full marks. Like for example, अगर quant में आपको coordinate और ये सब सारी चीजें आती हैं, कुछ भी quant में पूछ लेंगे, you can get full marks. Okay? Because time is not the constant. धीरे भी करोगे, you can do it. So see, there is a theorem, ठीक है, which like कुछ अगर आप सर्च करोगे m1x m2x1 plus m1x2 अपॉन x1 प्लस x2 ऐसे करके होता है, नहीं m1 प्लस m2 ऐसी y कोऑर्डिनेट्स के लिए होता है, ठीक है। दैट इज अ लाइक लाइक विच इज टॉट इन स्कूल, वेरी बोरिंग थ्योरम, ठीक है। उससे अच्छा बेटर वे में क्या करना है, वी नीड टू मेक -1, 7, ठीक है, एंड 4, -3 इन द रेशियो 2:3, 2:3 में डिवाइड करना है। नाउ इफ यू लुक एट द x पार्ट, ठीक है, x में डिफरेंस कितना है, -1 से लेके 4 तक 5 पार्ट्स है, 5 को 2:3 में डिवाइड कर दो, दैट इज 2 and 3, -1 में 2 ऐड कर दो 1, सो ये 1 आ जाएगा, और 1 में 3 ऐड करोगे 4 आ जाएगा, राइट। सो x पार्ट इज 1, ये दो एलिमिनेशंस एलिमिनेट हो गए। नाउ if we see this thing, 7 to -3, the difference is like you are doing -10, 7 से -3 -10 कर रहे हो, so it will be -4 and -6, so 7 minus 4 is 3, so y coordinate will be 3. So 1, 3 is the answer. Okay, so 1, 3 is the answer. A simple way to do this. In this given figure, ST is parallel to QR. This line is parallel to this line, and QR is equal to 4 times of ST. So this is 4 ST. Area of triangle PSD is 10 square units. So this area is 10. We need to find the area of triangle RST. Area निकालना. See, the level is going to be comparatively easy. Of course, CAT level नहीं होगा. CAT से तो काफी कम level रहेगा. Okay, but it is going to be moderate. The important thing is you need to cover all the concepts. Some students leave certain topics. वो सोचते हैं कि चलो ये topic छोड़ देते हैं. ठीक है, that should not be the case. That like you need to cover all these things well, and so it can go other side also. That is why I always say that do not target any score. Okay, maybe like 340 is reference to what? So let's see this, that how do we solve this question. Okay, this is 10 and this is ST, this is 4 times of ST, right? So area is directly proportional to side ka square. If these are similar triangles, right? So if this side is 1, this is 4, so area is like side is in the ratio 1:4, area is going to be 1:16. Okay, so now if you see this 10 and this complete area is 160. So area of basically if I talk about triangle PST का area है 10, area of triangle PQR is going to be 160. ठीक है, तो ये जो रिमेनिंग पार्ट है इसका 150 हो जाएगा. This area is 150. Okay, now 150 and this is, see these two triangles, the height is same, the base is 4 times, like this is 4 ST, this is ST, right? So these areas will be in the ratio 4:1. So RST RST ratio Q QRS is going to be 1:4. Okay. इनका total 150 है. So this will be 30 and 120. So RST will be 30 square units. Right. So that is the answer. An airplane took off from an airport and its angle of elevation from a point on the ground was 60 degree. 30 seconds later, the angle of elevation from the same point became 30 degree. If the plane was flying at a constant height of 4000 √3 meter, what was the speed of the airplane? So this is a question based on heights and distances. Okay, heights and distances we cover कर लेना. So in this video we are going to cover different aspects of geometry because in quant you can expect anything. So tomorrow we will have a session on algebra also like this, in which I will cover all the topics like functions, inequalities, okay, graphs, okay, and quadratic equation. All sorts of topics for algebra shall be covered. So there is an airplane which is going at an angle of 60 degree. It is flying at some height, and sometime later the angle becomes 30 degree. So this height is given to us as 4000 √3. Okay, we need to find that what is the speed of the airplane. So CMAT is an examination where variety is more. Okay, uh, the kind of questions you can get is from any topic. Okay, the thing is the level is not going to be that difficult, plus the time is sufficient. ये तो easily आप पेपर कंप्लीट कर सकते हो. So if you see this, ठीक है, coordinate heights and distances में एक याद रखना, there are two kinds of triangles 30, 60, 90, and the other triangle is 45, 45 and 90. ठीक है, इसमें रेशियो ले लेना 1 1 √2. Okay, opposite to this side. So we will take two triangles. First triangle is this one where the angle is 60 degree, and second triangle where the angle is 30 degree. Right? So this is 4000 √3 which is given to us. So 630 के opposite जो angle होगा and 60 के opposite the ratio is √3. ठीक है, so this is the 30 degree angle. इसके opposite जो side है, this side ratio, this side is 1:√3. 1:√3. ठीक है, so this side will come as 4000. Now in this triangle this is 30 and this is 60. So this ratio, this is 1:√3. 1:√3 में आ जाएगा. So this is 4000 √3 multiply by √3. This will be 12,000. ठीक है. So first case, this length is 4000, and going by the second case, this length is 12,000. ठीक है. So ये point A से point B तक गया. So this distance is 8,000 and what it is given? It is in meters. So the aeroplane flew by 8,000 meters in this duration. Okay. Distance is given, the time is given. We can find the speed 8,000 meter, that means 8 kilometer in 30 seconds. Okay. So in 1 minute, it will go 16 kilometers. It means 60 minutes or 1 hour, 60 into 60, it will go 960 kilometers. So 960 kilometer per hour. Okay, heights and distances, you can expect a question. ठीक है, आपको कोई या तो डायग्राम दे देंगे या फिर कोई कंडीशन दे देंगे दैट अ कार इज मूविंग एट दिस स्पीड और एरोप्लेन इज फ्लाइंग एट दिस हाइट और like some stationary objects. So this is how we do this question. Okay, so this is a very easy question. So you can expect some very easy questions also. CMAT में usually tough questions का count काफी कम रहेगा. Like maybe out of 20 questions, 2-3 might be tough. Okay, more than 10 will be straightforward, easy questions. But conceptual clarity is a must. Which of the following is not a Pythagorean triplet? ये तो straightforward answer है. Okay, so 6, 8, 10. 6 square plus 8 square is 100. Okay, which is a Pythagorean triplet. 5 square plus 12 square, ये तो बहुत simple सा question है. 25 plus 144, 169, 13 square. 8 square is 64 plus 225 is 289, which is also satisfied. Bach kya, that will be right. So 81 plus 256 is 337, which is not 400. So this is the answer. So that was a set. A metallic sheet of dimension 17.6 into 10.5 centimeter and thickness 6 millimeter is drawn into a wire of diameter 2.1 mm. Find the length of the wire. So in these problems, right? So whenever you are given that one thing is being converted to another, what you need to do is you need to equate the volume. Yeah, because we are using the same sheet and wire. Volume of sheet is equal to volume of wire. Okay. So there is like the sheet is cuboidal in shape, that is 17.6 into 10.5 into 6 mm. 6 mm is equal to 0.6 centimeter. And ensure that you keep the units same. Okay, this is the volume. Volume of wire. Wire is basically, wire is what shape? Wire is a cylindrical shape. So 2.1 mm. So cylindrical shape is pi r square h, pi r square. This is diameter is 2.1 mm. So that means radius is equal to 1.05 mm. Okay, that means 0.105 centimeter into, that is h. H is the length of the wire. Okay, so ये कर देंगे. So basically h will be 17.6. So let's do one thing. ठीक है, forget decimals and zeros. ठीक है, कितने decimal places है, कितने zeros है, forget it. Whatever you get, like look at the digits. ठीक है, 32 आएगा तो like 320 आया, let's say आपका आंसर 1600 आया और 64,000 आया. Don't worry about that. Okay, so just put the numbers 76 into 105 into 6 upon 22 into 7, and this is 105 का whole square. So 105 तो ऐसे ही कट हो गया, right? This you will get as 8 times 867. ठीक है. If you look at this, 6 7 से ये चला जाएगा 15. Now if I had taken 60, that would be 4 times. So 8 into 4, 32 will be your answer. ठीक है, डोंट वरी अबाउट द डेसिमल्स, कहाँ पे डेसिमल कितने आ रहे हैं, डिजिट्स कितने. दैट विल जस्ट क्रिएट कंफ्यूजन. लाइक यहाँ पे आपको डेसिमल पुट करना पड़ेगा, जस्ट मेक द कैलकुलेशन कन्वीनियंट, राइट. अदरवाइज आप यहाँ पे लिखोगे 0.105 0.105, फिर काउंट करते रहोगे कितने जीरो लगाना है. सो फॉर सिंप्लिसिटी जस्ट do with these equations, you should get 32 meters as the answer. Okay. Okay, so this is a regular hexagon of side 6 centimeter. We need to find the area of triangle BDF. There is a triangle given inside the hexagon. You need to find the area of that triangle. So remember that in a hexagon, this can be done by symmetry. Okay, how can we do it? Is like imagine that hexagon is divided into 6 equal equilateral triangles. Yes, 6 equal equilateral triangles में divide हो सकता है hexagon, right? Now, if you see this part, like if you see this symmetrically, this is half of this. These are equal. These two are also equal. This is equal to this. This is equal to this. Like symmetrically you can watch. I mean, you don't have to draw. Like you can draw angles and find congruent triangles. You can prove that, but not needed. I mean, just visualize it that this part is equal to this part is equal to this part. So it means that this is exactly half of this triangle, right? BDF is half of hexagon. Okay, so what we will do, What is the area of hexagon? Area of hexagon is 3 root 3 by 2 a square, where a is the side length. तो हमें इसका हाफ लेना है. So 1 by 2 into 3 root 3 by 2. A is 6. So 6 square is 36. This is 9. 9 into 3, 27 root 3 square centimeter. So that will be the area of this hexagon, of this triangle. I hope you are enjoying this session. So please don't forget to like this video. Let's now see the next question. If the radius of a sphere is 50% less than the side of a cube, such that the total surface area of x cubes is equal to the total surface area of 189 spheres, find the value of x. So in this, find the value of x. So radius is 50% in the side of a cube. So let us assume the side of cube will be 2 and radius of sphere will be 1. Okay, we are not given any sides. So you can assume 2 and 1, right? Or you can take like 2x and x or 2a and a. Okay, since we just have to tell the count, right? So total surface area of x cubes. So surface area of cube is equal to 6a square, and surface area of sphere is equal to 4 pi r square. Okay. So this is equal to this. So it says that the surface area of x cube. So x into what is surface area of this cube? 6a square. 6 into 4. Okay. That is equal to of x cube is equal to total surface area of 189 square. 189 into pi 4 pi r square. 4 pi r square. R square is 1. So x will be equal to 189 into 4 into 22 by 7 into 24. ठीक है. So ये आ जाएगा आपका, this is 27, right? 9 by 8, this is twice, and 11. 11 into 9, 99. That will be the value. So it was a typical like mensuration question wherein you had to equate the two surface areas. Okay. Next question is, find the value of cos 10 degree into cos 20 degree into cos 30 degree and so on till cos 200 degrees. Yes, I appear on all exams, so I will be writing CMAT also. So cos 10 degree, cos 20. This is a very easy question. See, you should know that certain values like cos 90 degree is 0. Okay. So when you multiply like this, somewhere you will get cos 90 degree also in between. Cos 90 is 0. So the product becomes 0. Quite simple. Okay. So there will be, this was a very easy question. If 5 comma 5 and 11 comma 9 are two vertices of a triangle, which of these cannot be the third vertex? So question on coordinate geometry. So now these are like two vertices. Okay, so this maybe you try to find all the values. Just look at the options. Okay, what is the midpoint of these? Midpoint क्या करते हैं? X coordinates का average लो 5 plus 11 by 2, that is 8, and y coordinates का average by 2, it is 7. So midpoint is 8 comma 7. 8 comma 7 is the midpoint. Now if you have a line and there is the midpoint, how can you form a triangle using this? So we cannot make the this as a triangle. So if you are taking the midpoint, you are taking 3 points in the same line, you cannot form a triangle using this point. Okay, so this is an easy one. Try to answer this question. In the given figure, there are two parallel lines cut by a transversal. You need to find the value of x. So this is a very simple question, right? You need to find the value of x. Now, this angle is equal to this angle. Okay, these are your corresponding angles. So 3x is equal to x plus y, or we get y is equal to 2x. Now, the sum of these two angles is 180 degree. So 5x plus 5y is 180 degrees. Okay, y is 2x. We need to find x. So we will get 10x here. 15x is 180 or x is 12. Super simple question. So you can have questions ranging from this level of simplicity to a bit complicated ones as well. Okay, most of the time the questions are going to be on the easy side. The dimensions of a room are 12.5 meter by 9 meter by 7 meter. There are two doors and four windows in the room. Each door measures, the measurement of each door is given, and each window measurement is given. We need to find the cost of painting the walls at 7 per square meter. Typical mensuration based question. So how do we find this? So what we will do is we will find area of walls. From that subtract 4 times of door, because there are, sorry, two doors and four windows. Two doors subtract करोगे and four windows का area subtract करोगे. Okay, then you will multiply it by 7. So area of walls is what? 2 times of L plus B into H. Okay. So that is area of walls. So 2 times. So 7 से complete multiplication होगा L plus B. This is, so when we are given A, B, C, that means this is length, this is breadth, this is height. Okay. Either they mention that this is the length, this is the breadth, this is the height. If they do not mention, then take in that particular order. First is length, second is breadth, and the third is height. Okay, so L plus B 12.5 plus 9 into H. That is the area of four walls minus 2 times area of doors. Okay. 2.5 into 1.2 and 4 into area of windows. So 1.5 into, so that is the area of window. Okay. So we need to find this area and multiply by 7. 7 into, this will be 2 into 21.5 into 7 minus, this is 5. 5 into 1.2 is 6 minus 6. Okay, so 7 into, this will be 43. 43 into 7 is 301, which is 289. Okay, so something should end in 3. So that will be our answer. 2023. This question says that the diameter of a roller is 84 centimeter and its length is 120 centimeter. It takes 500 complete revolutions to move once over the level to level a playground. You need to find the area of the playground. So understand this thing that when you have a roller, okay, so like one revolution means, so one revolution is basically what? It gives you the area that is covered. One revolution gives the area covered. Again, it makes 500 revolutions. So 500 revolutions will give you the total area. Now, how do we find this area what is covered? So when you have, let's say this is the roller, okay. So if it is moving ahead, so this has moved to this place. Okay, पहले क्या होगा, ये पॉइंट टच करेगा, थोड़ा सा आगे बढ़ेगा, this point will touch the ground, 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 and so on. The points will keep touching the ground. So at one revolution, the entire, like in one complete revolution, the complete uh, part had touched the ground. So this is what the circumference 2 pi r. 2 pi r is the distance covered, right? So this is the length. You can call it like one of the dimensions is like instead of 84, you take 2 pi r. Okay, this is the diameter, not take the diameter, take the radius. So 2 pi r length is one of the dimensions is length, and into 2 pi r. That will give you the area of one revolution and multiplied by 500. So this is how you find the area in a roller. So 2 pi r is 2 pi r is 42, diameter is 84, 42 आ जाएगा, and length is 120, so into 120, okay, and it takes 500 complete revolutions into 500, right? So this will be, now these are all in centimeter, 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 and we are asked in square meter. Okay, so no need to worry about like how to convert into centimeter to meter. So what you can do is you can ignore these zeros, just do this calculation and find out whatever you get, like look at the digits that you get, so that will be the answer. So what do you get? This is 6 times, okay, this is 60, so you can use the number 6. Okay, if you want to use just 6, you can use 6. Okay, and this is 44, so 44 into 36. Okay, so that's how you get the answers. Like most of the students think of finding the actual areas. Okay, so what is 44 into 36? This can be done as 40 plus 4 into 40 minus 4. 1600 minus 16 is equal to 1584. Okay, that will be the area. So if you are preparing for CMAT and are looking for mock test, Okay, you can like uh, take our mock test, and it includes 10 mock tests for CMAT. So let's do the next question, which is this is a question on trigonometry. Okay, so this value of tan 56 degree minus tan 11 degree minus tan 56 into tan 11 degree, you need to find its value. Now, like one guess which you could probably make is 56 and 11. The difference, like, कुछ familiar number लग रहा है? So 56 and 11, like for see, we know the trigonometric values, like whether it is sine, cos, tan, anything. Okay, we know for these values, like which are easily known 0, 30, 45, 60, and 90. Please go through these values and read about the respective values. Okay. Now 45 degree पे हमें पता रहता है. So tan 45 कितना होता है? 1 होता है. Probably this is a good way to guess. Okay, because 56 and 11 we are getting 45, right? Otherwise, how to do it in a proper way is tan of a plus b is equal to tan a plus tan b upon 1 minus tan a into tan b. Okay, that is the expression. So if you replace a by 45 and b by 11, so we will get tan 56 degree is equal to tan 45 degree plus tan 11 degree upon 1 minus tan 45 degree and tan 11 degree. 45 degree is 1. So we will get, like I am writing T56, that means tan 56 degree 1 plus T11 upon 1 minus T11. So this means T56 minus T11, okay, uh, minus T11 is equal to 1 plus T11. So, sorry, this is T56 into T11. T56 minus T56 T11 is equal to 1 plus T11. So it implies T56 minus T11 minus T56 T11 that is equal to 1. So ये इसी की value पूछी है, right? What you got? The value is 1. This is the proper way to solve. Okay, this is the proper conventional way to solve. However, we can like do it by guesswork. इसमें आप guess कर सकते हो क्योंकि यहाँ पे आपको 11:56 से 45 नजर आ रहा है, right? And 10:45 is 1. So you get to guess in this particular question. But this is the proper way to solve it step by step. In a circle, there are two chords AB and CD. When produced, they meet at P. If PC is equal to 5.6, PB is equal to 6.3, and AB is equal to 7.7, what is the length of CD? So this is a theorem of circles. So two chords intersect AB and CD. So that is they intersect at P. PC is 5.6. So do not go by this diagram length. You have just written the values. AB is 7.7. So sorry, when produced they meet at, so outside they meet for, they are not intersecting inside the circle. When they are produced outside they meet at EB is equal to 6.3, AB is 7.7, PC is 5.6. You need to find the value of CD. That is what is given to us. So we need to find the length of CD. Now there is a property which says that like if chords meet outside the circle, so PB into PA, take a meeting point to one end into meeting point to another end, that is equal to PC into PD. So let us say PD is X, so PB is 6.3, PA is sum of these two which is 14. PC is 5.6. So X will be equal to 6.3 into 14 by 5.6. Okay. So which is 63 by this, which is 15.75. So X is 15.75. Now CD is equal to 15.75 minus 5.6, which is 10.15 centimeter. Okay, so theorem on chords. For geometry, please go to the theorems related to triangles, circles, etc. So here's the next question on mensuration. It says that a conical tent of height 2.7 meter and diameter 5.6 meter accommodates 60 persons. What is the average volume of air available per person? So you need to find the volume of this tent and divide by 16. ठीक है, ये करना है आपको, calculate what will be the volume. So what is the volume of this tent, right? Volume of the tent is 1/3 pi r square h. Okay, that is the volume. We need to divide by 16 to get the average volume of air per person. Okay, 1/3 pi is 22 by 7. Okay, r is diameter is 5.8, 5.6. So r will be 2.8. 2.8 into 2.8, and h is 2.7. ठीक है, so just remove these three decimals. तो point जितना आपका 3 decimal points में आ रहा है वो यहाँ पे आ जाएगा. That is just to simplify the calculations, right? So this is given, and we will divide it by 16. Why? Because we need to divide by into 16%. Okay. So this is 4 times, and 3 से चला जाएगा 9 times, and we need to do it 4 and 7. So basically you need to do 22 into 7 into 9. ठीक है, so simple कर लेते हैं. 2 into 4, 4 into 9, 36. The last digit should be 6. So this will be our answer. ठीक है, or if you want to calculate, you can calculate also. So it will be 63 into 22. ठीक है, 22 3 66, 6 carries 132, 138. But no need to do the calculation, because if you see the last digits are distinct, and this is the only option that has 6 as the last digit. Okay, so typical mensuration question. Okay, so volume divided by 16, that you had to do. A man on the top of a vertical observation tower observes a car moving at a uniform speed, coming directly towards it. If it takes 12 minutes for the angle of depression to change from 30 to 45 degree, how soon after this will the car reach the observation tower? Okay, so heights and distances का एक और question है. So be prepared with these topics, because CMAT syllabus is very random. Like the pattern can ask any question from any of the topics. ठीक है, चाहे geometry हो, algebra हो, prepare all the topics well. So draw the diagram. I mean, of course, these questions need to be done by, like, visually it is done by diagram. So let's do this diagram wise. ठीक है, पहले 35 था, फिर 40, 30 था, फिर 45 डिग्री. ठीक है, so this is 30 and this is 45 degrees, right? So remember that 30 60 90 rule. So if you are and 45 45 90, if you are given the triangles, the sides are in this ratio, and in this it is 1 ratio 1 ratio root 2. Okay. Now it is given that 30 to 45, this duration is 12. Okay. So we know that distance is directly proportional to time, because speed we are assuming that the uh, speed of the car is constant, that you have to assume, right? So we will find this distance. So we need to find what is the distance here. So if you look at this 45 45 90 triangle, it is 1 ratio 1. So this is x, this will also be x, the side will be x. Now when you look at this triangle 30 60 90, so this is the 31, this is the, like this angle is 30, so this is 60. Okay. So 30 और 60 का रेशियो कितना होता है, 1 रेशियो रूट 3. So x upon x plus 12 is 1 upon root 3. So what do we get? Root 3x is equal to x plus 12, or x is, like we will get root 3 minus 1, x is 12, or x is equal to 12 upon root 3 minus 1. Which you can do is, see, one is either you rationalize the denominator, root 3 is 1.732. Okay, so this will be 12 upon 0.732. Okay, ऐसे कर सकते हो, और मल्टीप्लाई कर करोगे, so you will get, basically you can do this also, 12 into upon root 3 minus 1 into root 3 plus 1 upon root 3 plus 1. ठीक है, ये कर लेते हैं. द रीजन इज डिवाइड करना ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट होगा 0.732 से, रादर देन मल्टीप्लाइंग. So 12 root 3 plus 1, and this is 3 minus 1, which is 2. So 6 times of root 3 plus 1. So 6 into 2.732. This is easy to do as compared to dividing by this. Okay. 732 से divide करना ज़्यादा difficult है, right? Rather than multiplying this by this. So कितना आएगा? So 27 into 6 is 162. So some 16.2 minutes, like some 16 point something minutes. So your answer will be 16.16 minute 23 seconds. Okay, exactly if you find, but you do not need to find exactly, right? Approximately we've got 16 point something minutes आना चाहिए. So that would be the only number that could fit here. So 16 point something, that is 16.23. Okay, so that's how we do this question. Okay, so let's do the next one, which is an easy one, comparatively easy. So we have covered different kind of questions, right from the easy ones to slightly difficult ones also, to give you a holistic preparation. So you need to find the area of this outer circle. Sorry, not the outer circle. I would say that, let's change it to the shaded region. Area of outer circle तो easily बता दोगे. You need to find the area of this shaded region. So this is like, how do we do this is, let us say that this is the center of the circle. We'll draw two triangles. We know that this divides equally into two parts. Like the theorem is, if you draw perpendicular from the center, it divides the chord into two equal parts. Okay, so let us say this radius is r, this capital radius is r. Yeah, this is 2, and let us say this distance will be, total is 16. Okay, 6 4 6, the total length is 16. So this length will be 8. From this point to this point, the distance is going to be 8. Okay, now this height, let us assume that height to be h. So what do we get? We get that the height is h. So r square minus h square will be like h square plus 4 is equal to r square. And if you take the larger triangle, this this is the first triangle. If you take the larger triangle, h square plus 64 is equal to capital R square. Okay, so you will get two triangles. Like in this triangle, h square plus 64 is R square, and in this triangle, h square plus 4 square. So h is the height from this point. This is the center. From this to this point, the height is h. So if you take the difference, what will happen? Like, just take the difference between these two. So we will get r square minus r square is equal to 60. R square minus r square is 60. Now, what is the area of this shaded region? So area of outer region is pi r square, outer circle, and inner circle, the area is pi small r square. So area of this shaded region is pi r square minus pi r square. So pi common, r square minus r square is 60. So you will get 60 pi as the area. Okay, so you can find this using this thing. Okay, so that is the area of this shaded region. So you can have like area of shaded region, triangles, angles, like we did one question on angles. You can have theorems on circles, coordinate, etc. Everything can be tested in it. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this session, and this must have given you a good practice of different varieties of questions. Tomorrow we will come up with a session, revision session on algebra, and in which I will cover different kind of questions that you can expect in algebra, like functions, quadratic equations, linear equations, inequalities. Okay, everything will be covered in that. So today we covered this, and I hope you found this session useful. So don't forget to like this video. So here are three questions for you to answer in the comments of this video. ठीक है, ये easy है और ये एक like this is on mensuration, this is on easy question on triangles, and this is on heights and distances. Okay, so please answer these questions in the comments of this video. And in case you are preparing for CMAT and are looking for mock tests, or just in case you are done with other mocks and you wish to attempt more mocks to improve your practice, so you can check out the link uh, for the given in the description of this video to enroll in the mock tests. So that's for this geometry marathon session, which we covered the different varieties of questions. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the session. So don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. And if you are not a subscriber of this channel, please do subscribe to the channel for great content on MBA preparation. So that's all for this session. Thanks for watching the class. Good night.